privacy here. Sleeping time, you sleep with people. Some people will be making noise at night. Charlie, hey, the kind of room accommodation I want. Sometimes people will be spitting. They have something called tobacco and chana, gutka. Charlie, they will be chewing, and the kind of way they will be spitting around. It's disgusting. It's kind of very heart-wrenching, disgusting. But what can you do? Well, we are here. We've traveled outside of our own country to come and survive somewhere. So we need to, adhere or endure the kind of hardship they put us through sometimes. You understand? Sometimes you can talk. If so, be here then you speak your voice out. You don't just let it go and let it slide. If the person is messing up and you think you are right, Master, you just tell them your mind. You blow your mind, give them. Maybe say you could go fight. This is not about. Hello once again and welcome to the channel of truth. Yeah, it's your boy Kofi Techi once again over here, and I think you are fed up of being in Africa, right? You think it's Africa is so poor to contain you, eh? Or you think maybe you've given it a try. I mean, you've done it all and you think you are not succeeding, so you need to leave Africa and then go seek for greener pastures outside, or go travel somewhere else to make a living out of the place. Here I kind of digest my experience outside Africa and then turn it into education to motivate others, or to teach people what really to expect, especially when coming to the Gulf country or where I live personally. I was expecting to my babriche, what I say, my babriche, so I should live good. Like we see on TV, we see people enjoying life in the streets and then outside of the streets and inside the country. But on reaching here, I got to understand that things that we see on TV are different from, or the internet are different from reality. Okay, people are living that kind of lifestyle, but trust me, they are earning enough salary to provide for them. Your living lifestyle is actually going to depend on the kind of salary you take, the amount of salary you take. But basically, most of the people who travel from Africa to the UAE actually are job seekers who earn below 2,000 dirhams. If you are traveling to the UAE to seek greener pastures and you actually are going to earn below 2,000 dirhams, this is what you are supposed to expect. The company is in the position to provide you with accommodation in the UAE. That is when you earn below 2,000 dirhams. Okay, those guys who earn 2,000 dirhams and above, they have an option to get themselves an accommodation, and then the company pays for it, or better still, it's been added to their salary so that they can get their own accommodation. Now when I was coming to the UAE, actually I made research on the country itself. I saw high-rise buildings, skyscrapers working here and there, and I thought, man, I'm going to live I'm going to live good. I'm going to live good. I exaggerated my intents about accommodation here, but on reaching here, I got to realize that there are so many things I thought was abusive, but it isn't. In actual sense, when you are traveling somewhere, there is the need for you to make a lot of research, especially with their system of accommodation, their labor system, their way of life. I think you need to make thorough research before making a move, okay? So I later found out that it's been embedded in their accommodation provision. It's been embedded in it, and everything they do is in accordance to what is being written in the book. But this is what you are supposed to expect. In a room, it's supposed to be shared by people. You need to share a room, an accommodation with colleagues. Colleague workers, or if it's a bed space, then you need to share with people who are from different work backgrounds, or different backgrounds, let's say different backgrounds. So in one room, a room is shared by either 6, 8 or 10 people. Okay, a maximum of 10 people are supposed to be in one room, which means your privacy is at stake here. Unlike Africa, you can rent yourself a room. Mind you, the kind of space you are being given is 3 meters long. I'm going to read out the rules to you. It's 3 meters long. So 1 meter is about this long, and then 3 meters. You just count 3 meters square. That's where it belongs to you, to contain your cabinets, your drawer, and stuff like that. The room is supposed to be filled with bunk beds. Okay, bunk beds as in you have a top and a down bed. You have a top and then a down bed. That is how the accommodation system here works Okay, that is how it works. It's like going back to school way back in Africa, where you go back to senior high school, you get to see, you meet your colleagues, you bring your trunks, your chop boxes, and then your bed is there. Like you have a top bed and a down bed. That's how it is here. Okay, and like I said previously, you are entitled to a good life. You can actually enjoy life if you have that money. You are taking 2,000 dirhams. Okay, you are taking 2,000 dirhams, and even with that 2,000 dirhams, if you are supposed to rent a room with that, a room alone costs about 1,000 or 1,500 dirhams here. That is for the room alone. Okay, which is very costly. You can't spend your monthly earnings on rent. So the best way or the best form of accommodation here is to share rooms with other colleagues. I don't want to be like I'm speaking out of my own knowledge. Let's read. Let's get to see what's actually embedded in their labor accommodation provision. Okay, so labor accommodation: establishments with 50 or more workers, where the wage of each worker is less than 2,000 dirhams per month, must provide accommodation for its workers. Accommodations must be well lit, air conditioned, and well ventilated. Each person should be allocated at least 3 square meters of space. Okay, which is the space I tried to explain earlier. Each person should be allocated at least 3 square meter of space. Guidelines from the ministry provide detailed for bedrooms, bathrooms, kitchens, and dining rooms. There should be a medical service room, prayer room, and laundry room too. Okay, so these are some of the things the kind of benefits you get when you're being employed by an establishment that has more than 50 workers, okay, and you earn less than 2,000 dirhams. Bedrooms. Here are the specifications relating to bedrooms. The area allocated for each person should not be less than 3 square meters. Maximum number allowed for one bedroom ranges from 8 to 10 persons, while maintaining the commitment to the area allocated to each person, which is the 3 square meter each. You understand? If everybody is entitled to 3 square meter each. Okay, and then number 3 states bedroom ceiling height should not be less than 7 feet. How do you understand that? 4. A bed space should be available for each worker even during working hours. Each worker must be provided with a bed, side table, and lockable cupboard of 2 meters height. Okay, yeah, so that is for the bedrooms. Number 6 reads, distance between each bed should not be less than 36 inches from all sides. The height of the bed must not be less than 12 inches. In case of bunk beds, the distance between each bed from all sides should not be less than 48 inches from all sides, provided the distance between the upper and lower beds is not less than 27 inches. 3 bunk beds are not allowed. So this is 3 bunk bed. This is not allowed in any room in the United Arab Emirates. It is not allowed. Number 7 reads, shoe racks must be fixed at the entrance of each room so that workers can keep their shoes outside the bedroom. Number 8, stoves and washing machines are not allowed to be used in the bedrooms. Stoves and washing machines are not allowed to be used in the bedrooms. Okay, so when you are in a room and you think someone is infringing on your rights by cooking in the room, using a washing machine in the room inside the bedroom, you're free to report such person to the authorities, and they are going to deal with that person. Do not fight in one room. I don't know if it's conducive enough for. Well, I am only educating you, Charlie. I'm only educating you. So this is the situation here. This is how it's been done. This is what is really on the grounds. Okay, this is the kind of lifestyle we live here. Okay, earning below this amount of money that I mentioned, 2,000 dirhams, which is about 3,000 Ghana cedis or so. Yeah, if not more, it's about 3,000 Ghana cedis. Yeah. So if you are earning that amount of money here in the UAE or in the Gulf country, and you decide to pay out rent with the kind of money, the kind of salary you earn at the end of each and every month, then I think you run at a loss. Why then did you travel from your country to come and work? Okay, so there's the state of accommodation here. And some people in the UAE are also abusing this law in a sense. This is what you are supposed to do. I can't educate you without telling you what you are supposed to do. In case you end up being in a room where you are more than the number of people who are supposed to stay in the room. Actually, the maximum number of people who are supposed to live in the room are 10 people. Like the law states, it's 10 people. So if you think you are living in a room and you don't feel safe enough, sorry for the noise. I am closer to an airport and you'll be getting most of the feeds like that. So if you find yourself in a condition where the kind of accommodation that you're supposed to be provided isn't up to the standard that we just read out, okay, this is what you are supposed to do. You find yourself where the labor commission is, or where you can locate the labor office, okay, you report the case. I know in most instances most people will be like, you go report us, you be like, you just come, no, you can't report. You start the report and things, people will begin to hate you for reporting, especially the camp bosses and the camp supervisors. They are going to hate you for reporting. But I mean, it's your right. This is what you feel. If what is happening to you isn't conducive enough, you don't feel safe about it, you're right to report. This is a different country altogether. This is not Africa, where maybe you find yourself in a condition, you report and then they take no action. Action is taken at every report that is being made. Okay, I won't encourage anybody from Africa or anywhere around the world to fight people in authority. No, it's not right. It is absolutely wrong to fight people in authority when, in case you find yourself in a condition of, we have brains. Okay, we have brains, we have conscience, we have every right to live as human beings. If you find yourself in a condition that you think is not conducive enough for your health for any reason, I think you take the right channel, the right procedures, and report whatever instance it is. If your room has no air condition, if the facilities in your house or your room in a shared accommodation is not functioning that well, make sure to report to the authorities and they will take due action, because I believe in these people. Seriously, this is one of the most peaceful and law-abiding country I've ever been in. Well, I haven't traveled a lot, but this is one of the most peaceful and law-abiding country I can ever recommend to everybody. But every country has its parts, and moreover, this is what is on the grounds. This is reality. Okay, it's already embedded in their laws, in their labor laws. You can take it or leave it. That is why you need to make research before you make any move. Okay, before you make any move, just make thorough research and make sure that you are making the right move in the right direction. And moreover, they didn't come to you in your country to come pick you up. You decided to come to their country to work. So if you are here to work, you abide by the labor laws, and then you are good to go. Okay, so that is what is basically on the ground. If you find yourself in a situation where you think isn't good enough for your health, just report to the authorities. Don't fight. Don't do anything to tarnish your own image or the image of the country you are coming from. Okay, we are Africans, we are humans, and we have conscience, we have brains. Don't let anybody intimidate you with the kind of pertinent insinuations or stuff they say. So I think that will be it for now on accommodations. When you are coming over to the UAE, don't expect too much privacy if you are earning less than 2,000 dirhams. If you are earning less than 2,000 dirhams, don't expect much privacy. Unless maybe you are earning about 5,000 dirhams, 6,000 dirhams, 8,000 dirhams. Please, there is no privacy. You come here, the only time you have privacy is when you are in the washroom or you're in the toilet, or maybe most of the people in your room or your colleagues might have left for work or something. That's when you have your privacy. If not, there is nothing like privacy here. Sleeping time, you sleep with people, some people making noise at night. Charlie, the kind of room accommodation I want, sometimes people will be spitting. They have something called tobacco and chana, utka. Charlie, they will be chewing, and the kind of way they will be spitting around, it's disgusting. It's kind of very heart-wrenching, disgusting, but what can you do? Well, we are here, we've traveled outside of our own country to come and survive somewhere, so we need to adhere or endure the kind of hardship they put us through sometimes. You understand? Sometimes you can talk. If so be here, then you speak, you voice out. You don't just let it go and let it slide. If the person is messing up and you think you're right, Master, you just tell them your mind, you blow your mind, give them. Maybe say you could go fight. This is not about fighting, but you just blow your mind. If it goes to the authorities, he or she can't even report you for telling them your mind, your peace of mind. So in the accommodation, there are lots of disgusting things happening. We are still on the accommodation discussion. Okay, there are lots of things going on, but like I always say, we are here to hustle. Okay, we are here to hustle. If you think you can stay, work, get your money and go back home, start your own thing and then live back home, I think it will be better. It will be better for all of us. It isn't that conducive. It isn't that. As Africans, we know they like for move out. Yeah, so that is the kind of living condition and accommodation system in the UAE. Okay, like I said, one, you can have your privacy, you can rent yourself a room, you have a whole room to yourself when you are earning enough to pay for rent. That's cool. Nobody has an issue with you. And your compulsory say, we are taking this amount of people in a room, so whether you have the money to provide yourself a comfortable place or not, you still need to live with 8 or 9 people in a room. No, it's not like that. You can still get yourself a conducive place to live when you have enough money on you. But if you are earning less than 2,000 dirhams, I suggest you manage the we just manage it. So what I say, yeah. So thank you so much for joining me on this one. I hope it is educative enough, informative enough for you to be on your guard, like be on guard whenever you are traveling to the UAE. This is the system, this is the accommodation system in the UAE and the Gulf countries. Yeah. I'll just end by saying stay focused, stay blessed, and just stay out of trouble. And don't forget to subscribe if this channel is of importance to you. If it's giving you enough information and you think we need to continue with this, don't forget to subscribe, like, and then share the link so that other people will also get educated on what we are trying to do for the country or the continent at large. Until we meet again, stay blessed.